Hey everyone, welcome back to Building with Bufus. So I've had a few questions recently about my setup here, and so I thought, why not give you guys a little more in-depth look at my setup that I've got here and why I think it's one of the best setups for hauling logs to the sawmill and or getting them to the sawmill. Either way, whichever way you want to look at that. But yeah, so let's dive into this, take a look. This is custom to my situation and what has worked for me in the past, and I've modified this over the years, but now I really think I've got it pretty well perfected and down to the point where I enjoy it. It works really well, it's efficient, and it gets what I want done when I want it, which is always a key, because we always know that time is money, even though this is my own time and I'm not necessarily making any money off of this. But yeah, so you guys have seen the tractor, the trusty old John Deere, on the channel before, and it's a John Deere 3039R with the 320R loader, and I have a CTA grapple for the front here. And this grapple I had on my old tractor. I used to have a 1 Series, a 1023E tractor, and I had this grapple on that. Hydraulic, runs off the hydraulics on the loader arm over there. And what happens is this works exceptionally well. And a lot of times it works better than the excavator, which is something I think we'll go over down the road. This grapple for loading the sawmill versus the excavator loading the sawmill. And if you guys have been tuning in, you will see that I did a couple small videos in the past few weeks of turning logs with this grapple on the front of the tractor versus turning logs with the root rake on the front, on the excavator. And I haven't quite decided yet which one is better. So we might do it again, or try it again with a couple different logs just to see what works. But as far as the setup here for what I'm doing, this has worked really, really well. And this grapple, it's small. It's not a huge grapple. It's lightweight. It only weighs, I don't know if it even weighs 200 pounds. And because of that, that makes your lift capacity for this tractor so much better and so much more. And I've been able to lift some huge pine logs, hardwood stuff, all kinds of things with this that I probably wouldn't have been able to lift with a bigger grapple because of the lightweight of this, yet the ruggedness of this. So, you know, I've thought about upgrading this and going to a bigger grapple, but honestly, it works so well. It does everything that I've needed, and I have had this now for, I bet I've had this for 12 years, maybe even longer. Found it on the internet. CTA, compact tractor attachments. They make one size bigger than this, but it has worked phenomenal, and I really, really enjoy it, and I like it, partly because of what else I can do with it, which is what I'm going to show you next. So one of the big key pieces to this setup is what you're going to see back here. And it's the log trailer. Now, you guys have seen this log trailer a couple of times on the channel, and this log trailer has multiple uses. So I have built a body for this that can put stuff in, dump body. And that's over here out of the way for now because I'm not using it, because I've been using this for hauling wood with. So I originally designed this for hauling wood. So I built this trailer myself, completely 100% designed myself, built myself, everything. The goal of this was, when I had my old tractor, that 1 Series, prior to this one, I was down in the woods and I was hauling each log by itself out of the woods with this grapple here. and that's another key feature of this setup, is this rear grapple. Got this years ago from Wallenstein. I bought it used, didn't buy it directly from Wallenstein, but it's a Wallenstein 5100 log grapple, made in Canada, and it has been phenomenal. And we'll touch base on that in a little bit. But for right now, the understanding is I was hauling one log at a time out of the woods. So consequently, I'm making trip after trip after trip after trip. So you imagine, I cut all my own firewood. So you think, you know, I want to do 7 or 8, 9 cord of wood, and you're hauling one, maybe 2 logs at the most out of the woods each time. That's going to take a long time to do. So what do we do? I went and decided I was going to design this log trailer. So the log trailer, I welded a bracket on here to put a ball, a 2-inch ball, so that this trailer could be hauled behind a pickup if you wanted. But also, you can back up to it, pick this up, and be able to tow this log trailer into the woods and out of the woods. So what I've done is made these axles. This is a revised design. Originally, I did not have these axles like this. They were hooked up further up here on the top, and they didn't work very well, and they bowed out, and they didn't hold the weight. So we had to revise that. So once I did that, I got it so that this is working really well. So we are 4 feet wide, and these are 3 feet tall. And this trailer is designed for 12-foot firewood, because when I was hauling all of my firewood, I was taking the firewood and I was bringing it. It wasn't right here at my house. It was out to our lot out there that's a few miles away. So I had to still get the logs to the house here. And to do that, I had to use a dump trailer, and the dump trailer was 12 feet long. So consequently, I had to cut all my wood at 12 feet long. So this trailer was designed so that this, with a center of gravity and everything, I did all the work and all the figuring out and all the research and all the understandings of trying to get it balanced so that there's weight on the tractor, but yet there's still most of the weight of what you're hauling is here on these 4 wheels. So by doing this, 12-foot logs was the answer, and that allowed it so that the logs could be right up close to the headboard there, but yet still stick out the back here a ways, and it has worked phenomenal. So how this whole setup works is I'd be cutting the trees down, and I would limb the tree, cut it to length, whatever I needed. Now, I mentioned firewood. That's originally what this trailer was designed for, was for firewood. But now, since I have the sawmill, I want to bring logs to the sawmill. I need to get them out of the woods. So, hence the reason why I have all of this set up as well. And I had already started with this, and then for firewood, and then with the sawmill, it just complemented it. So you cut the tree down, drop it, cut it to length, all of it, like I just said, and then haul it out of the immediate woods or to a landing area, basically, with the rear grapple. So I would do that, and then I would get a pile there. Then I would take the front grapple and the tractor, and this trailer would just be sitting there in the woods, ready to head back out through to the yard or wherever. Or in some cases, I would leave the wood right on it and hook it on the truck and haul it right home with that. So I would take the grapple on the front, and I would pick up all them logs and load them on here. Load them on the trailer and either bring them out to the yard or bring them home here behind the truck. Whichever way I needed to do, and whatever I needed to make them work. So in the process of doing that, I realized, so my sawmill can saw 16-foot, 6-inch logs. Well, this trailer was designed for 12-foot logs. So I would put a 16-foot log on this, and the trailer would just tip right up like that because the weight wasn't balanced. When I originally built this, I designed the trailer for 12-foot logs, so it was balanced perfectly. Well, now with 16-foot logs, you got way more out on the end, caused an issue. So what I did was, actually I'll bring you guys over here so you can take a look. So I come up with the idea to extend the trailer. So these 2 beams right here and right here, 2-inch square tubing that goes all the way to the back, front to back. I cut them right here, cut them right in half, right there and right there. And then I took these channel iron, sandwiched them together, and drilled holes in this square tubing at same distance on either side. And then what I do is take the bolts out, and you slide this back and put it back in the holes, sandwiched it together, and it's basically, you're extending the trailer so that I can, it would be like some of them log trailers that you see that have the wheels that go back and forward depending on the load. Well, I just did this manually. So I've got this so that I can just put those bolts in different holes and push this backwards. And once I did that, I can now haul 16-foot long logs. So that worked phenomenal in the beginning. You can't haul quite as much weight because you're now compromising the integrity here because I've cut those beams and it's not sandwiched as much, and you've extended that stuff out. So I had to be careful of that, which I did, but it worked. A couple other things that this setup has worked really well for. So we've got the hauling the logs. Now, while I'm doing it, I built this right when I got the tractor to hold the chainsaw. Now I have expanded this a little bit. I have extra gas and oil here, and I have a piece of pipe that I cut off and painted to put chains in so that I can do that. I've gone to Ken's bolt-on hooks, boltonhooks.com, and I got chains from there. I got this box, excuse me, not chains. I have this box to put chains in, and I have chains to put in the box. So I have a box on either side to be able to hold stuff. That is what has worked really, really well for me. So as a whole, looking at this whole thing, this setup to me is one of the best setups that I've seen and or I've checked out online. I've done research, all of that. To me, this works flawless for what I want to do. It's versatile, it's easy. For instance, right now, I need to go later today and cut down a pine tree. And I'm going to do that because I need to cut up some pine boards for my father because we got a project we're going to use with those. So I can go down our trail here, head over to my father's land. There's a pine tree over there. All I got to do is just jump on this. I've got everything I need on here. I got the saws, the chainsaws, the oil, the gas. I've got the grapples. I've got the log trailer. I've got everything. And I can literally head down there, cut the tree down, cut it in the lengths I need, use this front grapple, load it on the trailer, and haul it all back here, right through the trail, right to the sawmill. And it's simple. And it works. And it works really good. And I don't know if I would be more efficient if I had a log loader trailer. I think the one advantage that would have is the turning around. That's the only one thing I can see as a downside to my setup that I have here. And that's turning around. When I'm in the woods, I have to turn the trailer and the tractor around so that the trailer is facing back out the trail or out wherever I am. And I have to have enough room to be able to drive in, grab those logs, pick them up, swing over, set them on the trailer. So that takes a little bit of room. Whereas if I had a log loader, you just drive up to them, reach over, grab them, set them on. So is that more efficient? Probably. But you know what? I don't have that. I don't plan on having that for quite a while. So for now, this is what's going to work, and this is what's the most efficient. With all of that being said, that pretty much wraps up this video for today. My goal in this was to let you guys see and actually do a little more discussion on the setup here that I have for getting logs and hauling logs to the sawmill, hauling logs to the yard to pick up with the trusty log loader. So that's been the goal. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. Feel free to comment below. I would be happy to discuss with you guys. What do you guys think? Does this look efficient to you? Is there improvements? Is there things that I could do differently? What do you guys have out there? Any of you that have a sawmill, or any of you that are looking at getting a sawmill, or any of you that are doing any wood cutting or cutting firewood or cutting logs or any of that stuff, I would be really curious what you think. And I would be really curious if there's anybody out there that has anything similar to this, really. Is it unique? I think so. But there could be a lot of other people with a lot of other setups, and I don't know that. I'm just going on what I have and what I know. But I really appreciate you guys taking the time to check this video out and talking this over with me. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And then come back next time and we'll do some more stuff. We'll do some more comparisons. We'll check out the difference between this grapple on the sawmill, loading stuff, and the excavator. But until then, make sure you subscribe, come back next time, like this video, and we'll talk to you again. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.